Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This is where you get everything you need to know in 90 seconds to 9 o'clock, including news that tomorrow's Australian rate review is expected to be a tame affair. Markets are not anticipating any change in their 3% rate, which represents a breather from the steady reduction since October 2011. In the US, companies kept expanding headcounts in January, and revisions to previous months showed even bigger gains as their job market grew. American stocks rallied for a fifth week on this news, and better than expected earnings sent the main indexes towards record highs. Service industries grew in January too, and at about the same pace as the prior month, showing the biggest part of their economy is weathering Washington's budget battles. And in a brief update on John Corzine's collapsed MF Global, you may recall Corzine as a former New Jersey governor and later the Goldman Sachs Supremo, and the collapse of MF Global was reported as another Madoff. Well, it seems it was not insolvent after all. After the stress of bankruptcy and liquidation, even unsecured creditors might get back 100% of their money, quite different to how it was originally reported. Official Chinese PMI came in at 50.4 in January, slightly lower than expected. That weighed on the Aussie currency. Australian PMI came in at 40.2, described locally as sluggish, but actually is a disastrous contraction. New Zealand's January PMI won't be released until later next week, but it was 50.1 in December. This may go some way to explaining why markets presently prefer the Kiwi to the Aussie. Over the weekend, it emerged that Westpac made a surprise bid in December for a $500 million stake in Hong Kong's Bank of East Asia. The bid failed, it seems, but it is a clear sign Australia's second largest bank is becoming more serious about growing in Asia. Westpac derived most of its $8.1 billion cash profit last year from Australia and New Zealand, but has operations in 5 Asian countries, compared to 14 for ANZ, Commonwealth 7 and NAB's 6. New Zealand dollar starts today quite a bit higher at 84.4 US cents, and especially against the Aussie at 81.2 Aussie cents. And the TWI starts the week at 76.1. The all-time high is 76.9. I'm David Chaston, and that was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.